Welcome to the NHL Mobile Museum celebrating Black hockey history.
Thanks, man. It's really cool. You know, I learned something today, and I've been playing hockey for almost 27 years.
It's pretty dope, right?
I think you want to show the kids, and you want to show everybody, I think, the impact that Black people have already made in this game, and you know, the impact that we can make in this game.
Where we're beginning off is our overview of all of our players of color that have played in the National Hockey League, from George LaRock down to Kevin Weeks. This is a really cool place for everybody to start off. On this side here, we call this our dedication to Hockey is for Everyone. Now, there's a lot of grassroots programs from the United States and in Canada, and we wanted to make sure that when kids come in and see this, they can kind of relate to some of the young kids that are learning hockey and playing hockey at different levels.
Hockey is not a black man's game or a black woman's game per se. I think if you look out there, you know, over time, you don't see too many black people. I think, you know, as we're going along here, I think if you look at the younger ranks of hockey, there's a lot of young black hockey players coming through. But I think obviously it's taken time for it to build. But you know, I think we're definitely going in the right direction, and we got to continue on. You know, we got to continue to inform the youth, and you know, just get faces out there and promote the game, you know, in black communities, so that we can have a greater impact on the game.
This is one of my favorite parts because we wanted to make sure we highlighted our women of color who have made some tremendous strides in the game of hockey. So this is really important for when the young girls come in, they can actually look at some girls and say, well, if they can do it, then I can do it.
Who was the first black woman to be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame?
I think the young lady should answer.
Angela James, all right.
This is our dedication to the current guys that are playing right now. We are made by history, and these young men are doing great things in the league right now.
It makes me feel good to know that I'm giving back, and not just to hockey, but to people that look like me, people that come from the same places that I come from the same background, have to go through the same things. Maybe they don't walk in the same shoes that I do, but we have similar experiences coming through the game, the sport.
We are makers of history. Now, this area here is dedicated to the black players that have done historic things in the game of hockey. For example, the man Grant Fuhrer, the man Wayne Gretzky says is the greatest goalie in hockey history, who is the first black player to have won the Stanley Cup and also to be inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. On this side, it's really cool. We dedicate this to, you know, our pioneers. So in 1895 to 1930, we had the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes. These men, they're descendants of slaves from America that went through the Underground Railroad and landed in Canada, and they started their own hockey league. Right here, as far as our pioneers, we've got Herb Carnegie, who played in the 40s and the 50s. Herb Carnegie, he started the very first hockey school in all of North America. Marvel Comics loved his story so much, they wanted to do a story with him in it. So the story goes, there's some drug dealers that are trying to smuggle drugs in hockey pucks. So what did? They said, let's team up with a superhero. We've got Peter Parker, AKA Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, for all you kids, and Herb Carnegie.
How cool is that? We've got a black hockey player and Spider-Man fighting crime.
Who was the first black athlete to play in the National Hockey League? Willie Aubrey. Give him a round of applause.
Lastly, this is a very special little item here. This is Willie Aubrey's game-worn jersey for the first time. When he broke into the NHL, becoming the first black player to play in the National Hockey League, he wore this sweater.
We just have to continue to preach that hockey is for everyone. And I think with this new generation of hockey players coming in, it's a great opportunity. We have players that are hungry, educated, smart, that are open-minded, that are willing to do things outside of just playing the game to help the game grow, and that's what we need.
Let me hear you say hockey is for everyone. Hockey is for everyone! Give it to me again. Hockey is for everyone! All right.